while we're talking on food, let's start off at home. They recently just revealed the new MasterChef judges, guys.
Because you're hot, then you're cold.
You're yes,
Yes,
then
no,
you're no.
Okay, you know what?
No.
Smash cut
All
to
right,
the
you
last
know,
episode. we discussed.
What's Kev's apology video? Get a
I have
ukulele and
apology-
everything.
I have no apologies, but can we say the names, please? Like of the new squad. The
Okay.
new it's a Fantastic Four now as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Talk about
okay,
that,
so yeah, recently Channel 10 had their upfronts. They announced a bunch of shows, and then finally they had to reveal the new judges. So new judges. So Andy is coming back. And then there's 3 new people. Oh well, there's another return. So first new person is food critic journalist Sophia Levin.
Who?
We have
Chance
Michelin.
can play the role of the
the extra one.
Yeah.
Michelin star chef Jean-Christophe Novelli. He's French.
She's French.
And
sorry, that's Chance. Yeah,
that's
the French.
French.
Yeah.
And then of course Kev's favorite, Poe is returning
Pew, pew,
to
pew.
MasterChef as a new judge.
Chaotic Poe in the house.
And then obviously Andy's still there, right?
Yes. So, well, we'll get to it. So that means that Mel ended
She
up
gone.
leaving.
She got the axe.
I
She got
hope
the axe,
I hope
man.
she didn't get
She
the
got
axe.
the axe.
I love
I'm
Mel.
sorry.
Te-
She got the axe.
technically, she's still part of it in terms of hosting the spin-off that's coming out,
Dessert Masters.
Masters, and it was alluded to that there's going to be a second season of it next year.
That would be interesting though,
I
because
thought they had the Dessert Masters already. No,
No,
this
it's
is the
coming
first
out in
one.
November.
You're thinking Snack Masters,
yeah,
Poe's
yeah.
old show on the opposite
so they
channel.
didn't.
Hose on
they
your
literally-
mind.
Asian chick swapperoonie.
But weren't we right?
Okay,
right?
okay.
You have to have like an Asian. So
I don't
it would have
dis-
been amazing if there was double Asian.
I don't disagree. Okay, but let's talk about these. Okay, so what was our initial reaction? Because my initial reaction was who? Like I didn't know half of like any of
yeah,
these
half
apart
of
from
them,
Poe.
2 of them are newbies to us.
Yeah.
But they're probably all very known in the culinary
Well,
game.
I did a
Yes.
Google search and like Jean-Claude Van Damme, who's a French guy.
Okay, so Jean-Christophe Novelli.
Why do all Frenchies need to have a Jean there? Jean.
I don't know. It's
just
part of the culture. So French Michelin star chef who's his own restaurant, Italian restaurant Novelli is in Belfast.
So he doesn't have an Australian restaurant.
No.
Okay.
So and he's appeared in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
He had a show called Chef's Academy US and Cooking with the Stars.
He has some notoriety in the sense that like I checked the socials, I checked on YouTube, which is the first thing I check, and
Yeah.
he looked like he had like he's not new to the entire scene. So cool, international, not an Australian. Yeah, okay, cool.
At least a chef.
Cool. He's a
yeah,
chef,
the
French.
Chef angle, yeah.
Je m'appelle, whatever. all good. But this chick, who's the chick? Like,
So Sophia Levin, she's a journalist and food presenter. She has a main website called Seasoned Traveler, and she's mainly worked on SBS Food. Funnily enough, she also appeared on the SBS show The Cook Up with Adam Liao.
yep.
So,
Okay, so
there's a
the
degree.
threads,
There's a degree. And so on her website, she says she's apparently following in the footsteps of Nigella Lawson. So of just
course.
Wait, does she cook?
no, I think just the curiosity with food. and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay, fair enough. Oh, the sensualization of the food and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah. I see.
Exactly. So it's in a way, it's like these 3 new additions are sort of emulating the previous judges that we know, because Poe is like the returning contestant, much like Andy.
Yes.
Sophia is the food
Critic.
journalist, like Mel. And then I guess Jean-Christophe is meant to be the chef stand-in for what was Jock.
Basically, yeah.
And I reckon my theory is that Andy's just going to maybe do one more season, and then, I don't know
I don't know why Andy
he could
would give that up.
transition to make it the main 3. They'll become the next main 3.
He did put a post up saying that it was like a tough decision to decide
Continue.
to decide to come back, but wanted to honor.
It would be Jock, yeah.
Wanted to honor Jock, and plus Andy's got like his own things
got
going
his-
on.
he's
So
got
it's
a lot
obviously he's got his business with 3 Blue Ducks, and then not sponsored,
Could be.
but then he's also got his own beer line and stuff. So it's obviously, I guess, you do MasterChef for how many years were they together? 3 years, something like
Like,
that.
yeah, but almost 2020.
And it's just like, you know,
4
lifting-
years.
lifting up the profile, and then, you know, probably to the same effect, because that's also the speculation as well, where on the rather than being axed, Mel was just thinking it's just time to diversify into other things, because it's a big commitment time block for like
It is.
half
But they
of the
get paid
year
well. Like
to
they
film.
get like good notoriety out of
Can
it.
you imagine, like, again, how much food you have to eat? Like,
Oh, cry me a river. Okay. So my initial reaction was like, I was definitely deflated when I saw Poe's name. That like,
why are you going to be hating on
I just honestly, she's just not the personality doesn't work for me. I don't know.
well, that's only you.
I think a lot of people would say the same. You trolled and looked at. I mean, look, that's
Sorry,
just my
what?
opinion. You trolled and looked at the comments as
I
well.
didn't troll. I looked
Troll
at the
through the comments. Okay.
troll.
Yeah. No.
Enunciate your
We're gonna call it troll. But
I can see it now. It's on the captions. It's troll.
troll. So they've gone with the new guys. Most of the Australian public would know the two new chefs, which is cool. I mean, Jock was in
Critic
that.
and chef.
Yeah. So Jock was in that. Like when Mel came into, predominantly a lot of people didn't know her too.
Yeah,
so.
but you just said chefs, so I'm just correcting you. That's all.
Oh, here we go. I don't know. I really feel
The chemistry test would have been interesting to see, I think.
they would have
because
had to have done
They
that,
have
right?
to have done so many chemistry tests, because obviously Jamie was in the mix, well, allegedly in the mix. Again,
That we
Can't afford
reacted
Jamie.
to. Come
They would
on,
not have had
Saturday.
Jamie.
Again, I reckon, pew pew on my theory of like bringing the hype and the PR to be like, who's it going to be? Not that they needed to do that anyway. Come on, Channel 10. Like, I get it. We're in a struggling position at the moment. You don't need to overinflate the PR machine in order to get the hype. Just saying.
But they wouldn't have been able to afford Jamie.
They wouldn't
for
have
a
been able
whole
to afford
season.
Jamie for a whole season. He'll do his like guest jump ins and
Yep.
stuff. So there's that. I hope Shannon is still in the mix to be that mentor side, because I quite
Yes.
like Shannon.
It should have been Shannon. They
should
should
have
have
been
just brought
Shannon,
Shannon. Seamless
And
integration.
then you integrate like a new chef as well as like like a senior-ish chef for like the mentor role.
Sorry, I just
right?
connected the dots. You reckon that Andy will come in for like do this season last and then
Yes,
transition
that's,
out?
That's what I was
like
thinking.
a baton change.
That was my theory.
It's like how this the second round of 3, how they started when they used the the returning contestants, because it's just you're trying
Yeah,
to
it's
Warm up to
tie
them.
in.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
agreed 4 people's a lot. Like how? Like can you imagine when they do those critiques?
The
to have-
logistics
logistics, but
of more
how-
cooking more food.
Yeah, that's true. That's
More about the
true.
food. Imagine the video editing. If they simply talk 10 seconds each to give a critique,
Yeah.
it really does extend things out. So I can that actually tracks. Like that tracks for me. But I don't know. Like obviously we're used to what we're used to. But even when like Shannon comes in those challenges, those episodes are condensed episodes, right? They're usually like a chef's challenge versus a chef and stuff like that. Simply to have a fourth judge like taste food and stuff like that, I'd be very intrigued, because like 2 is a company, 3 is a crowd, 4 is I don't know.
It'll
what's
be
that?
5.
Yeah,
it'll be
in
5
those
people
episodes.
on
on
the
the
table.
In
on the
those
whole
episodes,
table.
I'm almost wondering if they're not even gonna bring they're gonna use the Jean-Claude. They're gonna use the French chef as
Put
like
respect on the name, man. Come on.
Jean-Christophe.
Christelle. Let's call him Christelle. But you know what? Like, yeah, I was not happy with Poe. Definitely not happy with Poe. They should have just brought back George, man.
No.
Back.
No.
Bring back George.
No.
Gosh.
You-
Look,
For
they're
nostalgia's
gone.
sake, we should have just brought someone back. George.
Matt Cravat.
Matt Cravat.
Should have brought Matt Cravat. Nah, but then no, I do like
Sounds
there's a
like Matt.
balance. I do like there's a balance of the how do I say that? It's like straight genders, because there's obviously other genders. Just
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
boy,
it'll
girl,
be-
boy, girl, right?
And it will be a good mix of different, I guess, experience, perspective. So
I
see-
really
we'll see
would
how
have.
it goes.
I really would have loved like a new ex-contestant, like new to the TV scene. Completely.
Khan.
Nah, he's not new. Khan's everywhere. Khan's doing well, man.
Khan is doing well.
Khan's doing
Yeah.
well.
Good
So I
on you,
went to
Khan.
the AMX day.
Product
He's like an
placement.
ambassador.
He was there, yeah,
No, he's
yeah.
not there, but like he is like their chef. Like
Yeah.
Khan does well. Give it to Raj. Who's the other guy that like there's so many other people that they could just give a new shot at. but-
Nah, but you need to have a base foundation level
I think
of
they got-
media talent
And
like,
personality.
You need to be
Dude.
good in front of the camera.
I'm sorry, but it can't be personality because I don't.
Here we go. No, no, no.
Definitely not the Tonka guy.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
Adam De Silva. That I had to search up.
Got research going on overtime, far out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do we think like they need to rehash MasterChef? Because I think it's dying. I think it's still the cash cow. It still gets it's the biggest cash cow for Channel 10, right? So they'll beat that horse till it bleeds dry. Integrations, especially for like FMCG, it works,
Coles.
right? It works.
Yeah. Yep.
From
Not
a
sponsored.
monetary perspective, I'm sure it works. But we're all MasterChef fans, right? I
Yes.
don't even remember what year I started watching it, and I love when I first got into MasterChef. I was so into it that I would religiously start watching, because you can watch old seasons, right?
Yeah.
The Australian MasterChef, Australian reality TV as a whole, their production value is pretty good, right? The Survivor,
Yes.
all of it is done well.
Yeah.
And I know like in like a lot of countries watch Australian, it's a standard, right?
Yeah,
it's
I
seen
think
as
so.
the standard, right? And I'm pretty sure they sell it to overseas, right?
Yeah, by syndication, yep.
But as you know, loyalists and people that like watch it, I'm not gonna lie. You tell me, the last 3 seasons I've been speed watching it. Like generally, like watching it with the phone, like it's not that captivating anymore. They haven't really changed it, and like the people are a big component of it.
Yes.
But we do agree that like it's how long is MasterChef? 5 months? It's long, right?
It's a long
Yeah,
slog.
yeah.
it
Yeah.
needs to. It's
Easter to like mid-year, right?
Well, that's the run.
But the
Wait,
filming would have
The filming would have been
now.
the
right?
filming is starting now, so that means it takes them to like what 8 months, because if they finish up in August, by the time
They
it
have to
goes
do
up.
the finale.
yeah.
and,
but if you were
Oh yeah, even past that, yeah.
if you were given the gig to refresh MasterChef, how would you do it? Like, what would be the key takeaways? If you were given the gig, hey, Channel 10's coming to you guys, we need to refresh MasterChef. We feel like our audience scores are saying it's just a bit of a snooze fest. What do we do?
See, because there's been like 2 seasons where they've had to bank on getting returning contestants, right?
Yeah.
There's been 2, and like as Kev was saying, I think especially they have to do more of a quality check in terms of the contestants that they pick up.
Yeah.
Because some of them I haven't been able to really invest or attach to.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Like
That
the
is
last-
hard though, because they need to cook too, right?
Yeah, because the last
It's not a
season,
reality TV. They need to be able to cook.
the last season I felt very invested in was the one with like Justin and Pete and all that.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
And
Why
Kishwa.
Justin and Pete?
Because I think they were just more easy to
This is a
invest
chemistry,
in.
right?
Yeah.
They were relatable.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree. Because Justin was also like, what do you call it? Underdog story, because there was no way he was meant to it.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah,
came
yeah.
up from nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And he was also brown. Like there was a different element in it. I'm sorry. Like it is what it is.
Representation matters.
Representation matters. They should have given it to Justin, seriously. But
Nah, he's still young blood, you know?
so what? They need more new young talent.
But
They
like,
wouldn't give it to Sashi, like, and I love the guy, but like,
I love the guy
they
too.
wouldn't- like, I'm realistic about it. Like, I know that the thing, they need to condense it. It's way too long, and in a movie, there's just too much filler. There is legitimately too much filler. How many days a week it is? Like 4 days a week.
it
At
goes
the beginning, it starts at like 4.
Pretty
Yeah.
extensive.
Almost 5,
Needs to be
yeah, and
yeah.
then-
yeah,
it's
almost
long.
yeah, it's 5, and then they go shorter.
They really need to condense it. The bits that the seasons that I vividly remember about MasterChef is when they had those. Remember the Japan season where they were in Japan and stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
They don't have the budget for that
I
anymore.
know, but like if you condense it, like I think that's one element of it.
That would be a good angle. Food
Well,
and
if
travel.
you connect,
getaway.
if you go to look here, if you go to the South American Tourism Board, I'm sure that there's smart people that can do this, right?
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
connect those dots there. They need to condense it a bit more. And the other thing for me about MasterChef, and
yeah, but it's the cash cow. You
I
have
agree,
to,
I agree. I don't
because
disagree.
as part of the
There's
major.
different ways of making cash, but yeah, I agree.
You're gonna let me talk first, because you just
because I haven't finished my thought here.
No, you put a question out. I haven't even put forth my idea of what is it that should be that they should
Floor
enhance
is yours, go
somehow.
on.
It 100%. I believe it should be a diversity play. That's what I think. It's just enhancing the mix a bit more, and they have done so in the seasons. But I think there has to be a bit more rigorous play of selecting the contestants.
Yes.
I do agree with the travel idea, but you have to understand the complexity of like, these are the parameters that they got to work with, right? So probably what they need to do is do some real solid research of their core audience base and then go from there. Like that's what I think.
Even
Yeah.
even like limit it down to maybe 18 or like 16 contestants.
And then they stay a bit longer.
What do they start with?
and stuff.
20?
20.
Yeah,
20
it's
or
too much.
20 or
24.
24.
They
24.
basically extend it
Yeah.
longer than it should
But
be.
you know the trap of all of these shows as well, because there's so many franchises that have just been going, and all of the different channels are struggling to figure out what's their new franchise to build off on. Because even like The Block is getting old, MKR has fallen off a cliff, all that stuff, right? The problem that they had to do it, but they can't do it anymore, is bringing back old contestants. That's what I
Yeah.
really liked.
Well, but the old contestants to me is a band-aid fix.
Exactly.
It
No,
works.
that's
It definitely works. But it's a
100%, because
band-aid
they got to
fix.
boost
Yeah,
the
they gotta
ratings.
boost
They
it.
got to invest in it. But once you've done that,
That's it.
people can't see past that because it's
Yeah.
like
Well, SAS, right? Remember how they had the normal peeps
Yeah.
and then they had celebrities, and when they went back to the
I
normal
don't even
peeps,
remember having them the
that's
normal.
what I
peeps.
mean. That's what I mean. Because I think it started off with celebrities. I'm not too sure. Then they had normal peeps, and then the drop was so bad that now
Yeah.
it's just has to be celebrities, right? Because
Yeah.
no, like even the current like season of SAS. I mean, a lot of these stories are snooze fest for me, legitimately. But can you imagine if they were from the average Joe Blow? Like, they'd be ultra snooze fest, right? Like the only reason we still like tune in is because they're celebrities, regardless of the grade. Pulling back to MasterChef. The other thing for me to MasterChef is, I think, and I love MasterChef, and I love all the fancy equipment they did. The
we go.
food that they cook is out of touch of
Hibachi grill.
regular. It's out of touch of the regular Australian people. It legitimately is, and they've got to find a way to integrate
it back.
with the audience.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't have 50 equipment to make shit like that. It's just not feasible, right? The
I'm a one-pan guy.
yeah, but you know what? They can do that by making the tasks, limiting it down. Hey, this is a toasty challenge.
MacGyver it.
Yeah. Hey, this
Yeah.
is a pasta challenge.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey, this is a $25 challenge. There are ways to do it, but we're obsessed with everything has to be Michelin. Dude, you're right. I'd be really intrigued to see the average Joe Blow their demographics, but I can tell you it's the stay-at-home mom. They are mums. They are like you and I, and like there are individuals that don't have the budget. Half of the reason these things taste so amazing in MasterChef is because they're able to cook lobster every day if they want. You know what I mean? You just
It's gonna be like MSG for you.
Uncle, they should have got Uncle Ron.
Uncle Ron.
Honestly, I don't think he'd be that expensive. Like not like Jamie Oliver level of expensive. He would have blasted through the like Asian like rankings.
Yeah, that's what
They
they
missed
should
the
have
play.
done. They should have gotten this is the other thing, the convergence between traditional media and new media and getting those personalities, because
ir-
then you follow them that way.
The
Yeah, that's
irony
it.
is, if they want to,
For ya.
to blast and integrate it, they need to do it through like a YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Like there are different ways to do it, and I think what's happening is like old media is stuck. Like, and that's why I don't like the Poe thing, but because I know that they had her on speed dial, like. And that's what it was easy because she's
been in the previous.
she's in the system,
Yeah.
right? So it's hard for new talent to get into the system.
We'll see how it goes.
Exactly. When the new season rolls in. And then also, we're obviously going to check out Dessert Masters in November.
Now it'll be good.
not.
All your mates are there. Zumba,
No,
Reynolds.
Reynolds
No.
there. Hey, Reynolds. Jess is gonna be there.
all the Asians. So
those are
all those
Asians.
that are really good at cooking. But
Profiteroles. Is that what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say something else, but I shut my trap. Don't get
It's about
cancelled,
time.
baby.
Exactly.